Alright guys, here we are again. We're going to be checking out some insane car payments on TikTok. Not really a big TikTok person, but I will admit they do have some good clips on here. So we're going to check it out. We're going to see some insane payments. Now, full disclosure, I pay $236 a month and I pay $200 for insurance. Not the worst, but I am still spending $450 with insurance.
What?
You know, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Just let me know, but let's get into it. Nah.
All right, if you have a car payment and you're paying more than $300 and you pay like a $900, $1,000 car payment, that's crazy. I cannot stand behind car payments. I have a 2005 Corolla. It's mine. It has 140,000 miles on it. Why are you guys so impressionable when you see someone with a brand new car that you want to go and get one too? And you want to have a car payment that's as much as someone's rent? That's crazy to me. It's crazy. I could never do it. Financially, I could do it. But would I want to? No. You're crazy. How much is your guys' car payment right now? Drop a comment, because I want to.
We can talk down to people who have insane car payments and say, oh, I'm smart because I don't have a car payment. But the truth is, everybody has flaws. You see, this guy, he didn't put a space between car payment. This guy also has gauges. And he has tattoos. There's plenty of people that could say that was ridiculous. I will admit he has a point, but technically we're kind of all in this together, because at the end of the day, we're just talking about car payments, but we all have some type of thing that we got finessed on. Even though I have a small car payment, I still feel like I got screwed. But I won't talk down to people who have a car payment, but I will admit it seems pretty ridiculous.
All right, so the black one, I pay $3,100 a month. The gray one, I pay $2,900 a month, so a total of $6,000 for these two. The car that is in Houston with my brother, which is the Cadillac Vistic, which I'll put in here. I pay $1,700 a month to get both of my car to wash every 2 weeks, $120, so total of $240 a month. Insurance is about $1,100 every 6 months for both of these cars, but for all three is $3,400 every 6 months, which is not bad. So
I feel like she's trolling. Now, clearly this is a flex. Once again, we're not hating, we're just talking. This is a flex because essentially she's showing this, saying, look how much disposable income I have that I can afford to do this. Now, clearly she's making some type of good money. My question is though, was it really worth it? Because at the end of the day, right, we all make money and we all spend money to enjoy life. But I couldn't see myself wanting these vehicles anymore. Now, I would imagine this lady might be a little bit older than me, you know, and maybe this is her splurge. This wouldn't be my splurge, you know, but who knows? Maybe if, quote unquote, if I had $1 million, maybe, well, if I had $1 million, I definitely wouldn't buy these. But it's interesting. You know, I did go through a phase where I was a big car guy, and it went horrible for me. You know, what I would try to do is I would try to find cheap cars, right, like a cheap Mercedes or a BMW, and I guess roll the dice and try to get them fixed. Never really worked out for me. I will admit I had a Mercedes S430 at one point. It did pretty well, but the problem was it would overheat a lot, and in the winter it would have a hard time cranking, and just because of the cold, I guess. But I did also have a Porsche Cayenne. I can't remember, it's been so long ago, but that I took a complete gamble on and it completely backfired. So I only maintain my cars now. Like, I only have one car, but I put oil in it religiously. I do oil changes exactly when it needs to be, and I pretty much call it a day because I've learned my lesson on vehicles.
Highest car payment of the month this month so far for a 72-month loan is a 2026 Chevrolet Suburban Premier Leather Luxury, loaded for less. Saturday morning, first people there on the showroom floor, the husband, the wife, and the two kids. The one kid had a baseball uniform on. I'll get into that in a minute. All right, I pull it up. We take it for a ride. Now I'm thinking, the young guy's got a baseball uniform on. He's probably got a game. How long are they going to be here? So I ask him, hey, you got a game today? No, I had a game yesterday. All right, cool. He still had the uniform on. He likes the team. As the lady's driving it around and we get back, she tells her husband she wants him to drive it. He goes, I don't care about the car. I just care about the money. Okay, you still should care about the car. So I'm telling him, you sure you don't want to drive it? He doesn't want to drive it. All he cares about is numbers. Okay, you care about numbers? Let's go inside. Let's work the numbers. Again, the lady likes it. The kids are cool with it. Now we get inside. They're running around the showroom floor early in the morning. Hey, what the heck? Kids are kids. I got to appraise their vehicle. I don't appraise it. My boss appraises it. So this is what their vehicle looks like. It's an older GMC Yukon XL. It's nice, kind of a base model. Either way, still nice. Like I always say, don't get tired. I'm almost done. It's all about the trade. He wants more than what he owes. That's where the problem's going to be. I can break everything down, but let's just say this. He owes over $25,000. We're giving him about $23,000. With the tax credit savings, he's going to be okay. But we're going back and forth. And this back and forth took over an hour of, what are you giving me for your car? This is what it is. What am I getting for mine? Blah, blah, blah. So it just went on and on for a while. The kids are just, they don't really care because they're just having a great time. The wife's just kind of like wanting to leave. Finally, we come up with all the numbers. Here they are. And then there's way more to it. The MSRP is $89,705. It's on sale for $84,205. You're saving $5,500. The trade-in value is $23,000. The balance is $61,205. Dock plates and title says plates are expired. Driving on expired plates, it's okay. Who do I judge? 728 Ogilvy, I don't know how to say it. County tax at 7.25. That was $44,667. The balance is $66,400, but there's a payoff. $25,812. That brings the balance to $92,212. They're going to put $5,000 down, although that was a problem too because they didn't want to put any money down, but they had to achieve a payment, but the payment they wanted isn't really what they wanted. The balance is $87,000.
Why is this so confusing? You know, all this crap that we got to go through just to buy a car. They really screwed us by creating this whole interest loop, you know, because they can show you a price and it might even look reasonable, but with the interest, you're paying like double. And especially with a car, it's gonna be lower in value for sure. You know, that's why, honestly, I can't wait until things actually change for me, because once money is flowing in like water, it'll literally be so easy for me to buy one of my dream cars because it'll just be so depreciated. Now, we'll see how that works because I think car prices will go up a lot somehow, but they're not just gonna let, I don't know, a new Corvette drop 60% in value. Now, if they do, I will buy that. But I just can't see any of the newer models losing too much value. But the stuff we have to go through, all these taxes and the new ways they come up to screw us with trade-ins and all this other crap, it's not real. And I'm paying heavily. Well, I'm not paying heavily for that. I still owe, like I said in my other video, about $8,000. I did buy this at the height of, well, maybe at like maybe around the height of COVID. Maybe not the height, maybe the tail end of COVID. So prices were still quite expensive. So I am, I guess, underwater. But I don't plan on selling my car really. I don't actually plan on upgrading ever really. So to me, there is no such thing as underwater unless you're trading it in, which I don't plan to do. Because for me, I paid, but what I paid for was to have a car that's up and running with everything fine.
All right, so I just have to ask this. Is your car payment today ruining and robbing from your future? I heard on a podcast this morning that the average car payment has gone up to over $800 a month. That's astonishing. Like, my first car payment was $172. Like, yes, I know that was a long time ago, but that's insane. So I then listened to the Ramsey podcast. That was on a different one. Listened to the Ramsey podcast, and someone had called in and said, you know, you guys keep saying like, I need to put $1,000 back. I need to be, you know, investing. I need to, you know, he was just kind of going through all the things, and then said like, I don't have any leftover money. And the personality on the show was like, so how much is your car payment? And I think it was like $697 or something like that. And they're like, right, so that's why you don't have any money. Like, you can't set back $1,000. You can't set back $10,000 because every month you're paying for this car. So I say,
you know what I dislike the most about America is they scam you and then tell you how stupid you are for being scammed, right? Like, it doesn't make sense anymore because it's just deflection, I feel like, right? Like, if all you show is people balling out with these insane cars and how amazing they are and how poor you are for not having the BMW or the G-Wagon or the Hellcat, and then once you get the Hellcat, they call you an idiot because you can't afford it. But at the same time, the dealership is doing everything they can to sell you this garbage. And it's just like a weird cycle, man. It's really sad, honestly, because no one has the balls to say that they're just scamming us.
You've been living in a dream world, Neo.
It's literally a system where you just have to basically get lucky, right? Like, no one tells you about all the maintenance for your house. They mention it, but they never really tell you. And then once you get the house and your house poor, now you're an idiot. You just weren't smart enough or something, you know? But I don't know. It's just very confusing, very lame, honestly. And the truth is, no one likes this system, you know? It's all just fake, very, very fragile. And then how they get you is they then tell you that it's your fault. Like, even with student loans, right? Oh man, hey, you need to go to college, you need to get a good degree, you need to get a good job. You go to college, you don't get a scholarship, they give you loans, and then once you can't get a job, now it's your fault.
Son of a bitch!
These are the type of things I just hate about this society. And it's a lot of big-headedness, like it's a lot of like nose in the air type stuff, you know? Oh, I could never be scammed, I could never. Which is funny because we're all being scammed. So if you really believe that you're so smart, I don't believe it, you know? I don't believe that you did everything right and someone else did everything wrong. You know, it just doesn't make sense. It's not real. And it's really just a way to keep the system in place, because if you can talk down on somebody, then it makes you feel better. And I feel like these people know that, and it's just ridiculous. I just don't buy it. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Car payments are quite ridiculous, I'll be honest. I don't know where we're heading, but this is where we're at right now. So if you have a huge car payment, let's get that paid off and let's never go back. Peace.